Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm excited to do because I'm going to be doing a very simple basic makeup which I actually need for the work-related photo shoot, like a lifestyle photo shoot that I'm doing later on in the afternoon. So I need my makeup to just look basic, clean, professional looking, nothing too crazy. With that goal in mind, I will be using new products that I purchased from recent SEPHORA VIB sale, and the products that I'm going to be using for today's video is not everything that I picked up from SEPHORA VIB sale. I've made a pretty large order and I will be splitting those products between several videos. There are quite few complexion products that I want to do wear tests on. There's some eyeshadow palettes. All that it will be coming on my channel hopefully in the next week or so. Also, before we get started, I wanted to do a small disclaimer. I just had my dental cleaning done literally like half an hour ago, and I do have a fluoride placed on my teeth. But that fluoride treatment has to stay on your teeth without you eating or brushing or drinking anything for a few hours. But if you see it, disregard. Products that I'm going to be using today: Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer, but a Rare Beauty. I also have a Power Flex Antioxidant Concealer by Tarte. For my powder today, I will be testing this new Dior Backstage Powder No Powder product, and I'm super excited for this set. This is by Kosas Tinted Brow Gel. Then there's a clear gel also, and then a brow pencil. I don't have a new bronzer. I will be using my recent favorite Glowish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. This bronzer I did pick up in my previous SEPHORA haul, and I have been loving it since. Finishing touches, I will be using the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. I already do have skincare on my face. I'm gonna start with this Rare Beauty new tinted moisturizer. My second product from Rare Beauty that I'm about to try. This was just recently launched, and on Sephora there are 25 shades that are available. My shade is 16C. Let's go ahead and read some of the claims. It says to be liquid formula, radiant finish, best for dry, combo, and normal skin, light coverage, hydrating, and it doesn't have parabens. It does have SPF 20 in it. So if you guys watched my channel for some time, you already would know my preferences for complexion products. If you're new here, I am 37. I'm a combination oily skin. I do have some redness on my cheek areas and around my eyebrows usually, and visible pores on the T-zone. So I normally would go for a medium buildable type of products, not too hydrating. I don't mind some of the hydrating products, but let's give this the shot today. Packaging is fully plastic. We get 1 ounce of product here, purchase standard, and then 25 shades available on Sephora website. This is the description that really got me into purchasing this, because it said, think no makeup, makeup in a bottle. This weightless, breathable, tinted formula blends like moisturizer into a blurred, hydrated, naturally radiant, and non-sticky finish that lasts. Brand recommends to obviously shake it because it does have an SPF. So it also is a rule of thumb, if you guys see SPF mixed into your foundation product or any type of like complexion product that's liquid, it's preferred to mix it up because it tends to separate. There is nothing inside like a metal bowl or anything like that. You just need to shake it really well. The brand recommends to apply it with fingers. You guys know how I feel about that, but let's go ahead and do it on one side, and I will be applying it most probably with a sponge on the other side. It says apply just few drops. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I just never do this, you guys. Okay, I'm just gonna do this and see how it's gonna work. I definitely see streakiness. It does blend in nicely, but it takes some time. You kind of have to go over your skin over and over and over and blend in. If you like a little bit higher coverage, the brand recommends to add additional layer. Let me do a quick assessment here in a close-up mirror. Definitely very light coverage. It felt like a moisturizer. It is glowy, but not too much. I don't mind the glowiness at all. I don't think it's anything like too dewy, too glowy. There is some radiance to my skin, and no streakiness. I feel like it took a little bit of time to blend it in. It looks nice. It just kind of melted into skin nicely. I don't think it's smoothing. It really does look like I put a moisturizer with a light tint. The tone I think worked out actually pretty well. I don't see any difference between like my neck or like my forehead. I still see my redness. It's definitely a very light coverage, you guys. At this point, I don't see anything that I don't like. I would like to continue with the sponge on the rest of my face. Alright guys, so I just used a sponge and a one layer to go over my forehead and my cheek area. and I just noticed that it's much easier for me to apply it with the sponge. Application looks literally the same. My skin looks literally the same. I just feel like now I have like a dirty hand, and it's just personally not my favorite way of applying. I did it for the sake of a video, so you guys will see how this works, like what brand recommends. I feel like with the sponge, everything literally looks the same, and it's just much faster also. It feels really nice. It feels really comfortable. There's no scent in this product, which I love. It does give me a little bit of glowiness, which would be expected from a moisturizer. And because it is a little bit tinted, it just toned down the redness a little bit. I think tinted moisturizer is a good description for this. Everything looks just my skin, just a little bit toned down and hydrated. I want to go ahead and apply second layer. Alright guys, so I applied 2 layers with the sponge. So the second layer, the coverage is definitely higher from first layer to the second. I also noticed higher shine. I agree with the medium coverage. My redness is still peeking through. I also see all my texture on my face. It feels pretty lightweight and definitely hydrating on skin. This is definitely not a transfer proof formula. If I touch my face, it completely transfers. So everything has to be set with the powder, which is what we're gonna do next. I don't have any self tan on right now. This is my palest self. So this shade literally matches me to perfection. This is priced at $29, but the packaging kind of feels cheapy. I will definitely see how it wears, and I really enjoyed the lightness of the formula and that it does have an SPF. So this is definitely a bonus going into a warmer season. And any season really, because you do need that protection from the sun year round. I would like to use a concealer next to brighten up my under eye area a little bit. I will be using this new Tarte concealer. This is a mini size. This retails for $12, and you get 11 ounces of product here, and this shelf life is 6 months. This came in 32 shades for the mini. I got mine in a shade 12N. This applicator is very, very tiny. There's no significant scent to this. This was also quite recently launched. Let's read some of the claims for this concealer. A concealer that delivers weightless full coverage with a natural matte finish. The yoga pants of concealers. Okay. It is waterproof, crease-proof, sweat-proof, and dermatologist tested. A lot of pretty bold claims. I'm just going to apply this in the corner of my eyes because this is where I kind of have the blueness showing. This does say to be full coverage, so I do not want to do too much. And I'm just going to tap it out with my sponge. Let's see. Okay, it looks good. Blend it out pretty easily. The shade I think is okay. The shade is definitely brightening for me. I think I do want to add a little bit on the outer corners of my eyes as well. Like just tiny bit here where my redness is. This definitely feels like a full coverage concealer, but it also blends out pretty nicely and melts into skin. That's what I'm noticing right now. It was a little bit thicker formula as what I would normally expect from a full coverage concealer. However, I do not see a full coverage. Do you guys see that I still have like the blueness here under my eye? I feel like it brightened up my eyes, but I don't think it like fully concealed it. I think it's a medium coverage. So I don't necessarily agree with the full coverage statement. Maybe if you let it sit for longer and then blend, maybe that would make a difference. I do agree with the natural matte finish. Next, I'd like to go and set everything with powder. And I like to use my Dior Backstage powder, but you guys, I literally cannot open this. I can't open this. I hate when they have like no tabs. I'll be right back. That took some effort. I really like when packages have like a little tab here, so it's just really easy to pull out this closure right here. This was not the case. So anyway, this packaging is absolutely gorgeous. Wow, beautiful, so stunning. This imprint here is absolutely gorgeous. I'm really excited about this powder because it's been hyped and hyped and hyped over and over again by so many people. This powder retails for $40, 12 months shelf life. This powder comes in 10 different shades. You get 4 ounces of product or 11 grams. Mine is in the shade 1N, 1 neutral, which is a lighter shade from the lighter end. I always like to use the sponge like that in case anything creased on my lids and under my eyes. Make sure all that is gone before I start setting. I'm actually using tapered Ulta Beauty brush. It's my favorite for under eyes, or one of them. I wish there was some type of mirror here. Like, I really like when the powders have mirrors, but okay, fine. There's really like no fallout. That's so cool. And I'm gonna use a bigger brush. Okay guys, I powdered everything down. I almost feel like it adds a little luminosity. Even though the powder states to be with a matte finish, I feel like the luminosity maybe from the tinted moisturizer came through. It does say that the powder is translucent. It didn't change any like shade on my face. Everything still looks the same. I still see all my pores here, and obviously like my lines around my mouth, things like that. So I'd like to move on with the new products from Kosas. This came in a set of 3. Tinted brow gel. I have a clear brow gel, and then this skinny pencil. First of all, you guys, the packaging is so freaking beautiful. Can you just take a look at it? Look how beautiful. Look at this one. It's like iridescent, like Aurora Borealis shift to it. I love. And let's read some claims. So this came in a set of with all these 3 products for $39. I got mine in the shade soft brown. It does say that this set is a limited edition. So there are 5 different shade variations. So it's a long wearing natural finish. It does have microfibers that boost brow volume and fullness. Also castor oil, also hyaluronic acid that helps hydrate and condition hair. So all these 3 products are full sizes. I want to briefly stop here to show you where we're at. This is pretty pigmented, and I also like the color. I notice a good hold right away. What I wanted to show you is this area, you guys. Can you guys see what's happening? The gel actually moved my entire foundation and powder into like clumps. I hope you guys can see this. This is not pretty. I will need to go and correct it because that does not look good. Okay, I'm gonna do one brow at a time. So I'm gonna move on to this brow pencil. So the brow pencil has a spoolie on one side and a skinny pencil on the other side. To start outlining the bottom, just where I have the sparseness. So this is what one eyebrow looks like. I actually really like the pencil. It was really easy to use. I think that the color just is fine. It's a little bit more on like that neutral side like I mentioned before, but I think it's totally wearable for me. So I do want to try on this side before I do anything tinted in color. I want to try this clear gel, see if it's going to actually have the same effect as the tinted formula. I feel like I did nothing. It's not even wet. Let me try again. Now it's a little bit better, but I feel like it's like a whole lot of wetness going on here. This one didn't move my foundation. I would like to let it dry for a little bit, and I will come back in just a few minutes and see if it dries out. Alright guys, it's been a few minutes. When I touch it, it feels pretty soft. It doesn't feel like I have anything on, but I also don't think this is a strong hold as strong as the tinted gel. Okay guys, the eyebrows are done. I have some thoughts. So I do think that these products are different. Obviously the color, the packaging however is the same. This did not give me a strong hold at all. This one did right away. This says to have fibers for adding that volume, and I do notice that right away. I love the hold. Color is fine. I can work with that, and especially when I start tanning, I think this would work much better for me. Right now it's maybe a little bit too bold, but I don't mind it. I do love bold eyebrows. I also really enjoyed the pencil. I think the design is pretty cool. The caps are really nice and sturdy. I also wanted to note here that this spoolie feels a little bit too like hard and scratchy. Generally, I did enjoy the pencil. I think the pigmentation is good. It's not too waxy. It was really easy to draw even like the smallest hairs to the front of my eyebrows. So I really like this. These 2 products are definitely a hit. And I will continue testing the clear gel. I do want to talk about the next product that I've never talked about it here on my channel yet. This is a new mascara. It's not new to the market. It's new to me. This is by Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. I want to show you guys how it looks on in comparison to my natural lashes. This is 2 coats of mascara right here, and this is my natural lashes. I do have slight C curve to my natural lashes, but this is a really nice hold, a really nice volume, decent length, no smudging going on. I really like the effect. I have been using this mascara in the past few weeks, and I did talk about it on my Instagram stories for you guys. I really like the effect. Finished applying my mascara. I do really like that this is that more of like a drier formula that gives you volume by clumping up your lashes a little bit. If you don't like a little bit of clumpiness, you will not like this mascara. So you get a little bit of length, a little bit of volume by clumping up. It does separate your lashes, but it also clumps them up a little bit. Really straightforward, easy application. So I've been really enjoying this mascara. There's a lot of creasiness going on under my eye with this concealer. To fix my concealer, I love this concealer brush by Real Techniques. I've talked about it in my previous videos. I really use this every single day to clear out that creasing under my eyes after the concealer is set. And so what I do is once everything is said and done, I just go where the creasing is and just tap it like that. I went ahead to finish my complexion, and I use my Glowish Soft Radiance bronzing powder in the shade 01 Light. You guys, I love this bronzer. I've used it in my previous videos. I've spoken about it in like even more previous videos. I love how firmly pressed this is, and it's very light. You cannot overdo it on your face. Very soft satin finish, which I love. For my blush and highlighter, I use the Natasha Denona Face Glam palette. This blush formula is more on the drier side, so I usually use my Moda Pro dense brush like that, and I tap it out on my cheeks. I set my face with the powder first, and this blush formula applied really nicely on my powdered face. It didn't lift my foundation. Everything looks beautiful. I even noticed a slight blurring effect in this area. The color is beautiful and the formula is really nice. And I did use this highlighter to highlight my face and also put it in the inner corners of my eye. Beautiful formula, really high shine. It just blends into your skin. I think I've already talked about this palette way too many times. This palette was in my Sephora recommendations for you guys and also was a part of my recent giveaway. I do need to put some color on my lips, and I'm going to be using my recent favorite signature lip by Merit Beauty. I really enjoy this formula. It's really hydrating. I really like that you can do a sheer layer or intensify the color by applying extra layer. The packaging is so beautiful. I'm going to be using the shade Cabo for today. Alright guys, the makeup is done. This is what I'm going to wear for my photo shoot later on today. Let's start with this Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. I really think that this product stands out for its claims. It just really is a moisturizer with a little bit of tint that tones down your complexion. I don't think this is a product that I would like to wear when I go out. It does not accentuate my texture, but it also does not smooth this out. I still see my pores everywhere. I really like to see how it's gonna wear with my combination oily skin. As my first impression, I think that this moisturizer is really nice. As far as the concealer, guys, I have to tell you that while I was doing my bronzer and blush and highlighter, I had to correct my under eye creasing twice because it just keeps creasing. And then now I actually noticed that the coverage faded. I do have a more blueness shown through here. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera. Just don't think this is a full coverage. I don't think it's a yoga pants of concealers, and it does not move with your skin. I'm not loving it. I don't think I hate my under eyes right now, but I also don't think it did anything good. I don't think I'm impressed at all. There are a lot of other concealers that I would recommend over this one. As far as the brow products, I really like the pencil and the tinted gel. These two products are definitely ahead from me right off the bat. I do feel like I have more eyebrow hairs. This could be a personal preference. I do love a strong hold in eyebrow products. I did not notice the strong hold with the clear gel. I will be testing it and I will keep you guys updated in my future videos. As far as this Dior powder, I really love that there is no fallout. I'm not sure if it was a combination of my tinted moisturizer today, but I really think that it gave me glow. Very subtle, but it gave me glow, even though it says it's a matte finish. So I will be testing this. Even when you look at it, it does almost look like satiny. It added slight luminosity to my skin. And obviously the bronzer, the Merit Signature Lip, and the Glam Face Palette by Natasha Denona, those are already favorites. Hey guys, this sums up my video, a try on of some Sephora new products. There are gonna be a few more videos from my Sephora shopping haul from VIB Sale. Let me know if you already own any of these products and you already love them or you don't. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumb up if you did. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you in my next videos. Bye.